How is that water, Anna? Not bad? Well, today's the day we switch over to soybeans. Jeez. The first thing we're gonna do this morning is switch this planter over to start going on soybeans. Then we got a guy coming out here from John Deere to help us set up on this machine where it knows the boundaries of the field. It'll lift the implement up, the planter up, and make the turn for me and align itself just perfectly. I'm excited to see how that goes, but supposedly it'll get to the end of the field, take care of everything for me, spin it around. It's like auto steer, but full peak millennial mode. Too nice of a Saturday morning to have the doors closed. Okay, yeah, you can load him. I'm just out in the shop now. Yeah, he's here now. More soybeans moving out. I'm told that switching this thing over from corn to soybeans is really easy. I haven't done it personally yet, so I'll find out for sure, but sounds pretty similar to our other machine, but there's no tools required. Basically pull this cover off, which I'm gonna struggle to do one-handed. All right, cover is open. I've unlatched this already, but before I take that off, I'm gonna put this cup under here to catch the seeds that are remaining in the row unit. This pops off with one hand because I got a camera in the other. People just don't understand how difficult it is to be a farmer with a camera in one hand all the time. Okay, cover off. We replaced this, which used to be called the plate. I believe now they call it the bowl because it's shaped more like a bowl than it is a plate. Clean the seed out of here. Get this corn out. Come on, one-handed. Need a camera on my hat. There. And then this strip here snaps in and out. We put a different one in for soybeans, and then we adjust this right here, squeezing the tab dealio tutor thingamabobs. It shouldn't be too difficult, but I'm struggling to do it with one hand because of the camera. I don't have the same abilities as Andy, the harmless farmer, to be able to do it with no hands. So I'm gonna mount this camera up and let you guys enjoy a little bit of music and a time lapse while I switch this thing over. Our new toy is here. And we got another truck here to load beans, so that's good. Those are going out fast. Hey, Anna, you want to tell people about this Mandako roller we got here? This is a new 45-foot Mandako roller. This was kind of a last-minute deal for us. Dwight from Mandako called and said, hey, the factory's got a leftover one. We want you to run it, see what you think. Show the viewers. Again, you guys are responsible for this being here. Yeah, we've got our own Dagelman roller that we planned on getting out here today or tomorrow. But now this thing showed up, we're gonna run this Mandako and see how it does. I know it's got a floating hitch there. You can put the cylinders in float, and that hitch will float if you've got rolly ground. It's got 5/8 drum, so it's pretty strong. Hopefully it doesn't dent over our rocks. Dwight says it won't. So we'll see how that performs. Our other one has a 1/2-inch drum, 1/2-inch steel, so that's a little bit different. They do make them in black with yellow rims as well, but this is what we got here. We're gonna show you guys how this thing works. Hopefully Becky and Onyx can get out and put some hours in with that thing. We've got all the row units changed over on this thing now. The last thing that's left physically to do with the planter is just to drain the extra seed that we've got up in here. I made sure I loaded plenty yesterday because I didn't want to run out because it's time consuming to fill again. So we're gonna grab a tote, throw it on the skid steer, slide it underneath here, and then these gates open right up, seed dumps right out. Pretty simple. Ready?
Yep.
All right, we got everything dumped, ready to go here. We're gonna move this thing out of the way so that we can load the seed tender here up with soybeans, and then we'll load the planter. There we go, our first soybeans of the year headed up into the cart. Tote number 2. We should be able to fit 3 totes into the back here of a certain variety, and then we'll put 2 totes of a separate variety up front here. And then hopefully we should have all the seed we need today in this tender. The tender is loaded for the day. I timed the last 2 boxes. We unloaded 40 units of soybeans, just shy of 2,000 pounds in those 40 units in just over 1 minute. That's moving. This thing will move some grain. The planter is loaded out there, and we've got our planter back here, the one that we own. We've decided not to run this one at all this year since this spring has gone so well. We've got that high-speed planter, we can cover a lot of acres in a hurry. So we're gonna unhook this and hook the new Mandako roller up to the 8260. Keep coming! Other than changing a couple program computer settings in the planter, this machine is hooked up. Everything's ready to go here. I'm gonna run in and grab a pretty early lunch just so I've got it, because a guy hates to go hungry in a tractor or anywhere, really. Something creative happened up here while I was gone. What are you girls doing? Is that your little animal? You want to tell people what I named him for you?
Uncle Fuzznuts.
What is it?
Uncle Fuzznuts.
That's right.
Uncle Fuzznuts.
Uncle Fuzznuts. That's a good name for a little pink stuffed animal.
That's not it.
That is it. That's its name.
No.
Pool needs a little work. Got a hole in it. Sidewall got damaged. I don't know. I'm busy. Well, the monitor says we're planting and everything's going good, but just to double check, I'm gonna get out and dig, make sure it looks like we're going in at the right depth. We didn't adjust our depth any. I'm thinking we may want to go up, but I figured I'd get out here and dig and see where the moisture's at to start with anyway. There's plenty of moisture in the ground here, and I think with the hydraulic downforce on the planter and the row cleaners, I'm getting a more consistent seeding depth than what I'm used to. So I'm gonna go ahead and raise them up a little bit. Soybeans are not nearly as fussy as corn. You put them in the ground and they get to moisture, they'll grow. Where corn likes to be individually spaced perfectly at the same depth, soybeans not nearly as fussy. We'll see what that does. Hey, there's a truck just leaving Hancock now, headed this direction.
Oh boy, okay.
So we got...
That's good to get that done.
Yeah. Hey, look at that. It's a 45-foot Mandako roller hitting the field for the first time ever. Slide job. It's a racing term for my racing buddies out there. Seems like it's doing a nice job. I adjusted the depth again. I made them a little bit shallower, so I raised up those gauge wheels some. Dad's been out here with the roller and he's been rolling ahead of me coming and planting, so I'm gonna jump out real quick and check what kind of job it's doing in this stuff, and then after that, I mean, I think it's gonna be time for our daily montage. There goes one more loaded truck of soybeans.
Half an hour.
All right, well, I guess we'll get them full then. You want to run up there or should I? Another truck coming already. Our bins are going to be empty by the end of the month. Holy cow. That does it for the first 85 acres on the north side of the yard. I got the little 10-11 acre field now on the south side of the yard. Then we'll have to throw in some seed, I think. We'll probably have enough to go up and do the end rows on the next field. That's gonna do it for our first 100 acres. I've still got some seed left in there, but we're a little short on manpower right now at the moment. When we go to soybeans, we need to run the sprayer and the roller, and the planter's been moving pretty quick, so tillage is gonna fall behind in a hurry. So I'm gonna jump in the Mandako because we really want the Mandako to be running on a couple of these fields. as I was saying, the Mandako 27-foot VT, vertical tillage tool, that's sitting right up there in front of the rock picker. We really want to run that instead of the digger or the field cultivator on a couple of these fields, because a couple fields got really poor tillage done last fall. Hello. Well, anyway, we're parking the planter for a bit, and I'm going to be taking the 8360 and the VT tool out to try and catch up a little bit on tillage for logistical reasons. Those finger snaps sure come in handy. Be a lot of work without those. Only a mere couple hours later and it's time for me to swap back to the planter. It's doing a pretty decent job.
Looks like it. There's dust flying all the way across the field. I can't believe it.
Yeah. It's so beautiful. I'm driving right past some corn we planted last week. I mean, I gotta check it out. Look at that. The root is down and the shoot is shooting. Corn's coming. All good things. A quick note on the row cleaners. I did put those on while we had our rain delay. Not those, but the one that I had torn off because I was upset with it one day. I put that back on. There's nothing wrong with it. I synced all the hydraulics. Everything's good there, and messed with them in the shop. Actually moved them all up an inch to adjust them up, just because I don't like the row cleaners to really plow any dirt. Some guys do. I'm not used to that because I haven't ever run them until last year, so I just don't like that. I like them just to knock the residue out of the way and move the root balls or any rocks that might be there. And so far, today, they are working beautifully. No issues whatsoever. I've been messing with the pressures a little bit. I've got them just touching the ground a little bit and knocking the stuff out of the way. That's the way I like them. You know, I can see if you're running a no-till situation, you might want them differently, you might want them different. But this is the way I like them. That's all, just thought of it.
Hello?
Hi. I'm just about done with the end rows and getting close on seed.
Okay. I just started a round. Should I finish this round and come over there?
Yeah, I'll meet you in the northwest corner.
Yep, that should work good.
Sounds good. Hey, check out the handy dandy lighting option on the J&M seed tender. I dig it. I'm gonna call it a night. It's 11 o'clock here. Probably start a little bit early tomorrow. It sounds like rain coming in 2 days. So we'll probably push for the next couple days. I'm gonna get a little sleep for tonight so I can make it through those. That's a poor choice for a spot to lay down. I've got about a half a tank and there's a 0% chance of rain tonight, which usually means it's gonna rain, but I'm gonna chance it. I'm gonna park this thing outside right next to the diesel barrel for the night. I hate leaving planters outside because I don't like them getting rained on with all the electronics, and I don't know, maybe I'm just fussy about them, but I'll be back here in a few hours anyway. I'm not too worried about it. That's it, boys and girls. Thank you very much for watching. What do you think, Anna? Oh, jeez.